painting my nails right now. I'm doing this color, and I just feel like I have a lot that I want to talk about. And I was thinking about how the last time I went to Ulta, the beauty store, how the girls who worked there were such bees, like total, just like very rude, snarky, short. And I was like, why are they acting like that? Like they think like that their SHIT don't stink. They think that because they work at a beauty store that, they're the SHIT, like total, like just very shallow behavior, And I asked myself, like, why do they act like that? Why are they so mean? And I think it's because, like, they just really want to do their job well. And I know you might think, like, Brittany, that doesn't make any sense. I know. But hear me out. I just think that, like, that thing, like, wherever you are or wherever you go, there you are. And I think that just what that means is being excellent at whatever you do. And of course, being mean to somebody, especially a customer, isn't excellent behavior. But I think in their mind, they think that they're like achieving a lot, So that's one thing I was thinking about. And even the managers too, like some of them are nice, some of them aren't nice. But yeah, it's just like any employee at like any of these big corporations, like Target, Ulta, Sephora, Walmart, like all of these places, like all of these people, they obviously chose to be there, right? Like they had choices in life to make, and they chose those things, and all of those choices led to them having to choose to work at that place. I think some people don't mind working in those places at all. They don't mind at all. Some people really don't mind just working paycheck to paycheck and living like that. Some people really don't care. Other people, they do care and they hate working there, but they know that that's what they have to do to pay the bills. So that's why they're there.
I want some more yogurt.
More yogurt? Oh my goodness gracious. More peanut butter?
I want peanut butter.
Okay.
I want peanut butter.
Oh, don't slip on that. Be careful. Here. Yeah, I think like that rule, just being excellent, like applying excellence no matter where you are and no matter what you do, I think that is a really good thing to live by. And, I see a lot of people who work in these places, like even grocery stores too. And like, they always show up with a good attitude, you know, like whenever I go in there, like they're just nice, you know, like they're welcoming, they talk to me at the register, like they're just super kind. And I know one of them for sure, like he's the manager at a local market in the neighborhood that I go to. And I know that he would rather have another job, you know? I know that he would rather want to work somewhere else. And I know that because it's one of my psyche gifts that I have, but also because he kind of hinted at it one time. We were just like, oh, how's your day, you know, to each other. And he was like, another day, another dollar or something like that, you know? But that was like the only time that I've ever like heard him say something like that. Like that was the only time that I felt that like he would just rather do something else with his time, like rather be somewhere else, you know? But like I respect him a lot because he shows up with a good attitude every day, even though he doesn't want to be there. That is a man of excellence. That's a person of excellence. That's a person who has the choice of showing up to work in a bad mood or showing up to work in a good mood. That person has the choice of showing up to work and being lazy, right? Because they don't want to be there, or showing up to work and getting the job done correctly and in a timely manner. So everybody has a choice. Like we all have a choice to live excellently no matter what we're doing. And the thing about living in such an excellent way, and if you're still here listening to this video like right now, 7 minutes in, thank you so much, because I feel like what I'm saying is actually important. And I know a lot of people, they watch my videos and they click off after 30 seconds. And how do I know that? Because I can see it in the statistics and the analytics. So like after 30 seconds, a lot of people, they just click off my video. And I think it's just because I'm not super like hypey and like entertaining, you know, like I'm not doing a bunch of like ja and jazz. Like I'm just myself. I show up as myself. And I wanted to make YouTube videos like according to who I am. When I started my channel, I said, I am not going to try to be somebody else. I'm just going to be myself. And I know that the people who like me are going to stick around. And those people probably resonate with me in some way. They probably just like the way that I say things, you know, they probably understand me, you know, and those people are like my kind of people. So like there's people for everybody, you know. I guess like that's the point of that little rant. But and that was not even like in my mind to say that. So maybe if you're listening and like you needed to hear that, maybe that was for you. I don't know. God always works in very mysterious and incredible ways. So going back to why work in an excellent way, why choose the more excellent mindset, the more excellent action, right? It's because it builds your credibility, it builds your persona, it builds your reputation, it over time like builds your stamina, it builds your character, right? It builds your resilience. It's like, oh, it also builds your discipline, right? Like, that's the thing about discipline. It's like, if we just sit around waiting to be motivated, we would never get anything done. So we have to just stay disciplined. And by that, it's like, it looks like, you know, me saying like, oh, I don't feel like doing that, but I know that it needs to get done. And I'm just going to sit my butt down and do it for, you know, an hour straight, take a 10-minute break, and then maybe go for another hour if I haven't finished it yet, right? So like, that is discipline, right? Like, so even if we don't feel motivated, we know that it's something that we have to finish, that we have to work on. And that creates discipline over time. Like, discipline is a muscle that we have to work at every day, until it just becomes like more natural to us just to like do it, even if we don't feel like it. Like, eventually it just becomes more easy to do it, right? So all of those things are why we should choose excellence. And of course, we are going to have those days just like that manager did at the local market. We're all going to have those days where it's like we slip up maybe, right? And we're really just not feeling it that day. We're like, I honestly would rather be somewhere else right now, you know? Like, and that happens. And honestly, when I heard him say that, it was just like I just got it, you know? Like, I understood it, but like, I also had respect for him because I see how he works, you know? Because I go in there a lot. I go in there like almost every day, maybe like every 2 days. I go in there a lot. It's around the corner, and I always just go in there because I always like need something, you know? So I always see like his work ethic. I always see his vibe, you know, and it's always really positive and like helpful and excellent. And so like, I knew that about him, you know, but like when he said that, I was like, dude, I get it. Like, and I still respect you because I know that most days you do show up. So yeah, this was just something that was on my mind. And I think about these random things like a lot, you guys. I just really like enjoy talking about these things. Like, so things that a lot of people don't really generally talk about are the things that I like to talk about. So, there it is. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I gotta take me and my daughter out for a walk. But thanks for tuning in, and thank you so much for listening to the whole video if you did. And thanks for subscribing to the channel. It's really cool to have you here. And like the video if you liked it. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. So take care, okay? Bye.